Owning exotic or powerful animals might seem thrilling, even glamorous. But sometimes these relationships take a chilling and unexpected turn. From unexpected accidents to horrifying attacks, the bond between humans and their loyal pets doesn't always end in harmony. In today's video, we'll be counting down the 15 most disturbing deaths of owners killed by their own pets. Even after all the love and care they provided, the outcome was far from what they expected. Let's start with number 15. Sandra Piovesan Wolf Dog Pack Attack. You'd think that raising a pack of hybrid wolf dogs would make you feel like a badass, right? Well, for Sandra Piovesan, it ended up being a deadly decision. Sandra had a deep bond with her 9 wolf dog hybrids, a mix of wolves and domestic dogs that she had kept for years. She believed they were family, loyal, loving, and as tame as a cute pup. But in May 2012, during a routine check of their enclosure, the pack turned on her. These ferocious wolf hybrids, despite their domestication, still carried wild instincts, and on that fateful day, they showed just how lethal those instincts could be. Sandra suffered fatal injuries before anyone could intervene. The dogs were euthanized, and the world was left to question if anyone should ever attempt to domesticate something with the wild heart of a wolf. Number 14. Daniel Brandon's fatal constriction by his pet python. Ever heard the saying, "Don't bite off more than you can chew"? Daniel Brandon didn't heed that warning when it came to his 8-foot-long pet African rock python named Tiny. Daniel, a seasoned snake handler, had a lifetime passion for reptiles. But his passion took a fatal turn on one fateful night in August 2017. Alone in his room with Tiny, the snake, known for its incredible strength, became a killer instead of a pet. Rock pythons kill by constriction, wrapping around their prey until life is squeezed out of them. When Daniel's mom found him the next morning, Tiny was still there, free from its enclosure, and Daniel had caved to asphyxiation. Well, the exact reasons remain unclear, but one thing is certain. Sometimes, even professionals can't predict the danger lurking in the coils of their beloved pets. Number 13. Kellyanne Walz's and her pet bear's fatal encounter. What could possibly go wrong when you raise a 350-pound black bear named Teddy, right? Kellyanne Walz learned the harsh way that even the most tame wild animals can have a deadly side. For nearly 9 years, Kellyanne cared for Teddy in a special enclosure on her property. But on that tragic day in October 2009, while she was cleaning his cage, a routine task she had done countless times before, Teddy's wild instincts took over. Without warning, he attacked her. Her children witnessed the horror and rushed for help, but it was too late. A neighbor shot and killed Teddy, but Kellyanne had already succumbed to her injuries. This tragedy highlights the perilous side of keeping wild animals as pets, even the ones that seem part of the family. Number 12. Bethany Lynn Stevens and her pit bull's tragic attack. Bethany Stevens' love for her 2 pit bulls was well known to her friends and family. Raised from puppies, these dogs were her companions, and she believed they had a bond built on trust. But on a routine walk in December 2017, everything changed. When Stevens failed to return home, a search was launched, only to find her body surrounded by her dogs, who appeared to be guarding her remains. The pit bulls had attacked her, and the brutal evidence at the scene pointed to them as the culprits. With bite marks all over her body, authorities concluded that the attack was fatal. While some argue that stress, environmental factors, or triggers like a sudden disturbance might have caused the dogs to snap, it raised serious concerns about the unpredictable nature of even the most beloved pets. This tragedy reminds us that no matter how well-behaved they may seem, every animal has its breaking point. Number 11. Terry Vance Ghana and his aggressive pigs. When you think of farm animals, pigs probably don't come to mind as deadly threats. But in October 2012, Terry Vance Ghana from Oregon learned the hard way that even pigs can be unpredictable. Ghana, a seasoned farmer, had raised livestock for years, including a number of pigs. Pigs, generally known for their docile nature, can also be fiercely aggressive, especially if they sense weakness or vulnerability. On that tragic day, Ghana went to feed his pigs, but he never returned. His family found him in the enclosure. Only his dentures and scattered remains were left. Pigs, sometimes scavengers by nature, are known to turn on their owners if they're incapacitated. The details of the attack remain unclear, but the incident serves as a chilling reminder that farm animals, no matter how familiar, can sometimes act with aggression when least expected. Number 10. Mindy Keepa's fatal Great Dane attack. Great Danes are known for their gentle nature, but that doesn't mean they don't pack a deadly punch if things go south. Mindy Keepa, a 43-year-old dog lover from Iowa, raised 5 Great Danes, believing they were loyal companions. However, in August 2022, this seemingly harmonious relationship took a deadly turn. Mindy was found dead after a brutal attack by her own dogs. Despite no previous signs of aggression, the dogs, once thought of as gentle giants, attacked her with such force that she didn't survive the injuries. Experts say the incident could have been triggered by pack mentality, stress, or territorial behavior. It's a tragic reminder that even the most well-behaved pets can snap, especially when kept in groups where their instincts can take over. Number 9. Alexandria Hall's deadly python embrace. Alexandria Hall loved her reptiles, but in October 2004, her passion for exotic pets cost her life. Hall, a 44-year-old from Ohio, had a special fondness for snakes, particularly her pet Burmese python. While these large constrictors are popular among exotic pet enthusiasts, they're also known for their powerful constriction abilities. Hall was attempting to interact with her 13-foot snake when it suddenly wrapped around her neck and torso. The snake's natural instincts kicked in, and despite her struggles, the powerful constriction led to asphyxiation. By the time help arrived, it was too late. While large constrictor snakes can often be handled safely by experienced owners, this tragic incident proves that even the most experienced can be caught off guard by a creature whose behavior is ultimately governed by primal instincts. Number 8. Marjorie and Leanie Jackson's fatal Bengal tiger attack. When it comes to wild animals, some just can't resist the idea of having a pet tiger. Marjorie and Leanie Jackson, 2 sisters from Illinois, thought they had tamed a 400-pound Bengal tiger. They raised it from a cub, treating it like a member of the family, even though the law forbade keeping such dangerous predators. But in 2005, while cleaning the tiger's enclosure, things went horribly wrong. The tiger's predatory instincts took over, and it attacked the sisters. Despite their years of bonding, the tiger's natural strength and instincts proved too much. By the time help arrived, both women had already succumbed to their injuries. The deaths of the Jackson sisters served as a reminder that wild animals, even when raised in captivity, retain dangerous instincts that can turn fatal in an instant. Number 7. Sharla Nash's horrific chimpanzee attack. Sharla Nash was an innocent bystander in a horrific chimpanzee attack in February 2009. Travis, the 200-pound chimpanzee, had been part of Sandra Harold's family for years, and despite his playful demeanor, he was still a wild animal at heart. On the day of the attack, Travis became agitated, and when Nash attempted to help calm him down, the situation took a violent turn. Travis, in a shocking burst of aggression, savagely attacked Nash, ripping off her face, hands, and eyelids. Despite the best efforts of Harold and law enforcement, the damage was done. Nash's life was forever changed, as she was left severely disfigured and disabled. The incident raised important questions about the ethics of keeping primates as pets, showing that even animals that seem domesticated can revert to their dangerous instincts at any moment. Number 6. Ronald Huff, fatal monitor lizard attack. Ronald Huff, a 42-year-old exotic pet enthusiast from Delaware, made the fatal mistake of underestimating the danger lurking in his own apartment. Huff kept a collection of Nile monitor lizards, a species known for their aggressive behavior and sharp teeth. When Huff didn't show up for work one day in January 2002, his co-workers became concerned and called the police. They discovered his lifeless body, covered in bite marks and partially consumed by the lizards. The monitors had turned on Huff, likely after he suffered a medical emergency that left him incapacitated. This gruesome discovery highlights the risks of keeping large, carnivorous reptiles as pets, especially in confined spaces. It serves as a grim reminder that reptiles like monitor lizards can be dangerous, even when cared for by experienced owners. Number 5. Brenda Guerrero's fatal pit bull attack. Brenda Guerrero, a 52-year-old from Tampa, Florida, tragically fell victim to a brutal attack by her pet pit bull Scarface in December 2016. What seemed like a simple task, dressing her dog in a sweater, triggered an unexpected violent outburst. Scarface lunged at Guerrero, biting her arms and face with intense force. Her family rushed to help, but the situation escalated, with Scarface attacking them as well. Despite using various methods to restrain the dog, including stabbing it, the attack continued until police arrived and subdued the animal. Guerrero sustained severe injuries that ultimately led to her death. The incident sparked heated debates about the unpredictable nature of pit bulls, with some defending the breed and others questioning the safety of handling such powerful dogs. It's a heartbreaking reminder that even the most loyal pets can unexpectedly turn violent, especially when stressed or threatened. Number 4. Taylor Hubbard's fatal boa constrictor constriction. Taylor Hubbard was no stranger to exotic reptiles. As a 27-year-old reptile enthusiast from Georgia, he had several snakes, including his pet boa constrictor. But in 2018, while handling the powerful creature, tragedy struck. Boa constrictors are known for their strength and ability to suffocate prey, but they're not typically aggressive toward humans. Unfortunately, something triggered the snake's instincts, and it wrapped around Hubbard's neck, constricting with deadly force. Despite his experience, Hubbard couldn't break free. He succumbed to asphyxiation before help arrived. This incident serves as a somber reminder of the inherent risks of owning large constrictor snakes, even for seasoned pet owners. It emphasizes the importance of understanding the behavioral patterns of these creatures and maintaining secure enclosures to prevent such tragedies. Number 3. Brock Holt's fatal encounter with his pet cougar. Brock Holt, a zookeeper and exotic animal enthusiast from Indiana, tragically lost his life in 2018 due to an attack by his pet cougar. Holt had raised the cougar from a cub, forming a strong bond with the animal. Despite his experience working with wild creatures, Holt failed to consider the cougar's wild instincts. While feeding the cougar in its enclosure, something triggered the animal's predatory instincts, and it attacked. The cougar's immense strength and sharp claws quickly overwhelmed Holt. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, but Holt had already succumbed to the attack. His death raised awareness about the dangers of keeping wild predators as pets. Even for professionals with years of experience, wild animals, particularly large cats, can act unpredictably, and their natural instincts can take over at any moment. This heartbreaking event serves as a reminder that no matter how strong the bond may be, wild animals are always a risk. Number 2. Marius Els and Humphrey the hippo. Marius Els, a South African farmer, tragically met his end in 2011 at the hands of his pet hippopotamus, Humphrey. Despite the hippo's reputation as one of Africa's most dangerous animals, Els believed he shared a unique bond with the massive creature. He had raised Humphrey since it was a calf, even swimming with the animal and riding on its back. However, hippos are responsible for more human deaths in Africa than any other large animal, and their aggression is well documented. Els dismissed warnings from experts, convinced that his relationship with Humphrey made him safe. Tragically, Humphrey attacked, dragging Els underwater and inflicting fatal injuries. The death was a shocking reminder that even animals raised in captivity retain their wild instincts. No matter how close the bond, a wild animal's strength and aggression cannot be tamed, making Humphrey's attack a sobering lesson on the unpredictability of nature. Number 1. Samuel Franklin's fatal cobra bite. We all know that snakes are fascinating yet dangerous creatures, but for 29-year-old Samuel Franklin, a reptile enthusiast from North Carolina, that danger tragically became a reality in 2012. Franklin, who kept several venomous snakes, including the highly dangerous Indian cobra, lost his life after being bitten by his pet. The incident unfolded one evening as Franklin was adjusting the snake's enclosure. Without warning, the cobra lashed out, sinking its fangs into his hand. The snake's venom, a potent neurotoxin, quickly began affecting his nervous and respiratory systems. Franklin initially attempted self-treatment, but soon realized he needed medical help. Unfortunately, local hospitals lacked the anti-venom needed to counter the effects of a cobra bite. Emergency responders rushed to assist, but the venom had already taken its toll. Franklin succumbed before reaching the hospital, sending shockwaves through the reptile community. What do you think about these tragic events? Do you believe that owning exotic animals as pets is worth the risk? Well, let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And in the end, as we always say, if you find this video interesting, be sure to like and subscribe for more awesome content like. Until next time, keep exploring the world around you and stay safe.